Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the 5 reddest flags in relationships. Specifically the ones that are easy to miss or the one that we're quick to rationalize once we're in it. And I'll be approaching them from a spiritual and psychological perspective because understanding the deeper why is going to help you get out of them before you're in too deep. So let's get into the 5 red flags you need to watch out for. This first red flag is love bombing. And yes, although it seems obvious when you're not in a relationship, when you're in it, your rose-colored glasses are on because it's all about what they do in the beginning. Love bombing is when someone comes in extremely strong in the beginning. They're showering you with compliments, gifts, nice gestures, romantic gestures, attention. As a spiritual person, the worst thing is when they say that you're my soulmate in the first 2 weeks. So basically, they're making you feel like the most special person in the world. You're the source of their happiness, all of that. But the problem is, yes, you feel amazing, but that's the point. It's to hook you in. They prey on you like that. It's designed to hook you in emotionally before you actually see who they truly are. From a psychological perspective, this is a very common tactic for narcissists. So the first stage is called the idealization phase. I think I said that right. But at the very beginning, they manipulate you by doing exactly what I said. They're not actually seeing you for you or your heart. They're projecting an ideal onto you, and they will love bomb that projection. It will create an intense emotional bond very quickly, which is why it will make it harder for you to leave when their true behavior actually shows up later on. Now, on a spiritual perspective, this is where energetically it is extremely overwhelming. If something feels too good to be true, it's because it is. So your intuition will tell you this is moving too fast, but this dopamine you feel is trying to balance against that and trying to rationalize it. People need to realize that real love builds steadily. It is not in weird, random, huge waves and lows. No, it's stable. It's healthy. The key here, if they are truly your soulmate, in a spiritual world, if you are in this lifetime on this earth with your soulmate and they find you, they will not need to use all of these crazy flowery words to pull you in or to prove it to you. They won't need to buy you with materialistic gifts because your soul already knows who each other is. You already instantly have that connection. And you especially would feel it too. You wouldn't need proof for it. It's just all in energy. Moving on to red flag number 2, and that's as typical as it gets. Disrespecting your boundaries. So yes, it's a classic, but many people overlook this problem. So you set a boundary. Maybe it's about your time, maybe it's about your space, maybe it's about what your needs are or your body, and then they push past it. At first you're gonna react, but instead their response is they're gonna make you feel like you're being so unreasonable, you're being difficult unreasonably. So then they forget that boundary and cross it again over and over and over again. So psychologically, in that perspective, it is a test. They're testing the waters on what you tolerate. So if you let even just small boundaries slide, they will know that the next big boundary, they'll be able to push past it. Healthy people will respect your boundaries, and unhealthy people will see your boundaries as an obstacle they need to control. Spiritually, this is an attack. Boundaries are the most sacred thing for your energy, your privacy, just you as your soul. If anyone invades that, that is the biggest disrespect and the biggest violation anyone can do. Because boundaries are meant to do just that. Protect your energy. Protect your space. When someone disrespects your boundaries, they are disrespecting that protection that you have over your own energy, and that sacred energy is being violated by that disrespect. So what they're saying is that their needs are more important than your well-being. Hello? So as I said, that's an energetic invasion. They just see you as something they can manage. So it's dangerous to the point that if they cannot accept a simple no, they won't respect you in the entirety of this relationship. Moving now on to number 3. Red flag number 3 is all about gaslighting your needs. Yes, you might have heard that word before. Gaslighting is when someone makes you doubt your own perception, your memory, and your intuition. You bring something up that hurt you that they did, and suddenly you don't know how. You're the crazy one. You remember a conversation one way, and they will gaslight you into thinking that never happened. Trust me on this one, I don't know what trauma has led me to this ability, but every time a strong event happened in my life and it impacted my amygdala a lot, I will remember the argument down to a T, down to the finest detail of when, the date, what was the source of the argument, how was it dealt with, and how that situation progressed. So reality is, I no longer can be gaslighted because I remember every detail, and I will be firm. If they're trying to correct you, just be firm. No, this is exactly what happened. I remembered this, this, and this. And you don't let them have that time to correct you or say, no, like this isn't. No, this is how it happened. How'd you respond to that? If you forgot, here's a refresher. I laid it out on the table. If they don't want to listen, you're no longer trying to argue about this, and you leave. So very directly, on a psychological level, gaslighting is psychological abuse. It destabilizes your sense of reality as a whole so that they can control the narrative. When you can't trust yourself, you will become dependent on them to tell you what the truth is. It's one of the most damaging manipulation techniques because it erodes your confidence from the inside. This energy really hurts me spiritually because on my personal spiritual viewpoint on this technique, this red flag, gaslighting is the biggest attack on your own intuition, your connection to the direct truth. Your gut feeling is your inner knowing. When someone gaslights you, they're trying to sever that connection. So it's like you're going crazy in this relationship. They want you to stop trusting yourself and only make you trust them. But that's so bad. That is so bad because my whole channel is about helping you people to build that intuition, to build that connection to the truth. It is about you building that self-worth, that self-trust that you are able to fortify. Don't deposit that self-trust into someone else. If you constantly feel confused, if you constantly feel like your reality is twisted and you don't know what's right, what's wrong, they make you crazy and then call you crazy. Leave that situation immediately. If it feels wrong, it is wrong. Moving on to red flag number 4, and that's controlling behavior. This is when they start to control everything you do. What you see, how you dress, who you interact with. They get angry when you're on your phone. They get angry when you go out without them. They have strong opinions on the way you dress, your clothes, the friends you are with, and all of your choices, especially personal choices for your own good, especially the ones that make you independent. The problem is they will frame it as care. I just worry about you. I just want to protect you. I don't need protection from anyone else but me. It's not protection, it's possession. It's not I care, it's you're mine. Nobody else can have you, see you, interact with you, know that you exist. The moment you are independent is when they think they have no control over you. So they will remove any sort of independence you can have in your world, all around you. So the psychological perspective here is definitely that they're deeply insecure. That's what I see all the time when I hear about controlling boyfriends or girlfriends. It just comes from a very insecure place. So they're terrified of losing you, but instead of working on themselves, they're gonna try to change you. They're gonna try to control your routines, your social circle, everything but themselves. They see you as a prize and a possession and not a person. And that insecurity will only get worse. It'll never be better unless you leave. So on a spiritual perspective, that controlling behavior is what? It's all about taking your authority. They want to be the source of your decisions. They want to be your worth, your life, that you revolve around them. That is not partnership, that is ownership. A healthy relationship wants to expand your freedom and a toxic one wants to shrink it. They're not ready for a relationship. That's the key thing here, because they can't handle your autonomy. That's their work to do, not yours to manage. And I've heard this somewhere that we have 3 lives. 1 is your life in a relationship, 2 is their life in the relationship, and 3 is you guys as a relationship. So there's me, you, us. And all of these lives need to balance together because we're individuals. And when we're together, we're also another identity. And you can't remove and strip someone's identity to be that us. Ending with this last red flag that's maybe harder to miss than others is the way that they let you be disrespected by other people. So pay attention to how they let others treat you. Do they defend you, or do they stay silent when their friends or family disrespect you right in front of them? Do they laugh along or make jokes at your expense? Do they let disrespect slide and let you to deal with it? Psychologically, this only exposes their true values, or in better words, their lack of it. If they can't stand up for you, they don't respect you either. If they prioritize keeping peace instead of protecting you, then they're just showing you you're not their priority at all. It's kind of a form of betrayal when it happens, and it's silent and really damaging. So spiritually, your partner is supposed to protect your energy, protect your privacy, protect you as who you are, your soul. If they allow others to drain you, belittle you, disrespect you, they are complicit of it. They're showing you that your well-being isn't worth that discomfort of confrontation. What's important is that any normal person that's in a really healthy relationship is that if you see your partner gets disrespected, it should feel like disrespect towards yourself. They're your other half. It hurts if they get hurt like that. Disrespect towards your partner is disrespect towards you. It should feel this way. They don't value that representation and symbol you give about your entire relationship. That means they see themselves outside of your relationship, disconnected to it. They feel disconnected from you, not you guys together. So I'm just saying, be very careful of what's being said about you, especially in those group chats. Don't let them let you be sacrificed to make everyone else happy. Listen, we are all in the same field. We are all in the same spiritual connection, the same energy. Some people, some manipulative people who are insecure and have issues will attack quote-unquote weaker people. But it's not in the less able, less capable type of way. They will usually attack people who have a less stable embodiment of self-trust, self-love, self-confidence, which is why people who've learned those lessons and have worked on their self-worth, and obviously everyone's at different stages for that, are harder to manipulate. But that doesn't mean you aren't strong. It means you need to redirect your traits within before jumping into another relationship. Putting yourself first is not selfish ever. It's knowing that all of the above is abuse and choosing to leave a toxic situation because your self-love and self-trust is indestructible. So if this video helped you notice any patterns or be more aware, please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.